Welcome to episode 55. We're now continuing our look at the Jat Sau technique. So we go straight into action with this technique because the explanation's already been done in the previous episode. If you do this action with your hands, you're destined to create mistakes and get hit. Whether it's this side or this side, if I use my hand, I'm actually letting the punch in. Jat Sau is always done with the elbows. So the hand doesn't come in, the elbow comes in. That's why it does that very effective movement of shifting your partner out of the way. Jat Sau is very versatile. In the form, you're only seeing one idea, or it seems that you're only seeing one idea. But in fact, there's three very versatile applications going on here. If I am on the outside of this side, the mirror side, then what we're doing in the form is perfect. But if I happen to be on the opposite side, I can do the same hand in an outward deflection. I'm using the same core muscles, the same elbow action, and I'm dragging him out to this side. And as a third option, if I'm inside the hand and it's attempted to come in, you can do the Jat Sau on the outside edge while you're in the center and counter straight away. Clearly, if you use that one, you have to be hitting straight away because this hand's waiting to hit you. But it is not outside of the realms of possibility to apply it that way. The only option that you never want to do on purpose, it might happen by accident, is to do the Jat Sau on the inside because clearly you would get hit straight away. But within the wooden dummy form and in other drills that we do, you have solutions to that if you happen to do that. We won't even go into that now. That's something we can look at later. Now, when we go back to the original idea, when you do the Jat Sau, you can see the effect it has on my partner. When Gunduck throws a punch, it's drawing his body forwards, which means it's the perfect moment to consider attacking a weak spot like the neck. Now, in the form, you're using Biu Sau. Personally, I wouldn't use Biu Sau very often myself under this kind of application. I'd prefer to use a chop. I think it's a safer bet and it's also a very forceful attack. However, the Biu Sau by itself is a very useful tool if you're pressed up against a wall or controlled on the shoulders and you can't get your punches out. You can always push into the throat. Now I'm doing it very gently now and already getting a reaction. You imagine if you did that with the kind of venom that would happen in a real situation. For smaller people and females in particular, when the guys are getting a little bit fresh, very perfect way to get a guy to let go because those fingers in the throat are very uncomfortable. As a way of drilling this, just to give you something to play around with if you want to understand the technique the way we're doing it, there's a perfect drill for developing the technique. Get your partner to put their fist on the chest, similar to how we start the forms, and you put your fingertips just lightly touching your partner's shoulder, and when he delivers a punch, you jerk into the center and send his punch away. So every time he punches, you jerk it away. Your hand should end up in front of him and facing towards the target, never going across, because if it goes across, it's opening yourself up for the next punch. Once you've done one side, simply do the other side, same effect. Once you're really understanding it, you'll feel your partner is getting pulled out of their stance. So the harder he punches, the more he gets pulled out of his stance. That's how effective the hand is. In combat, the most useful way to use Jat Sau is in combination with a hand attack. So we wouldn't normally do one technique. If he throws a punch at me, we'll start that again. Throws a punch at me, straight away, if you look at it slow motion, as I jerk out the way, I'm hitting. If he throws the other hand, same thing. Straight away, jerk and hit. All right, we'll talk more about the next part of the form, the end of this section, in the next one.